What it do, what it does, what's happening, what it was. A lot of conversation about Nike's next percentage sneakers, and obviously measured in the lab, verified with medals and records. Eliud, Kipchoge, and the sub 2-hour marathon. The box itself has gloss references to Nike. Obviously, you have the swoosh on the top. On the side, you have basically the clock for a marathon, and that shows up on the inside of the box as well. On this side, it has Nike ZoomX, which is the cushion. The cushion. A lot of the times, people think that's the carbon fiber plate that's on the inside, but it's the cushion that's being used here. It's not the carbon fiber plate. On the back, you do have that Nike, I think that's an Athletics West logo. I'm not sure, but that the Nike swooshes going around in a circle, and then you have the checkered flag, and you have the racetrack. So what shoe is this? And I'm just talking here. Nike ZoomX Vaporfly Next Percentage HKNE. HKNE stands for Hakone, Hakone, which is a town in Japan. So the town in Japan is where I think it's Ikeden, is the type of race that they run in. It's a type of marathon that they run in Hakone, this town in Japan. So if you didn't know, now you know. The color is Aurora Green Hyper Crimson. The SRP is $250, and the style code is CD4553-300. I'm going to give you the UPC because it's an expensive shoe at $250, so more than likely it's going to be knocked off at some point, and people are going to just stick something out there that just has a big cushion and try to sell you some shoes that are knockoffs. And we don't want that. But this is size 10, which is in a women's 11.5, and that UPC is 193-154-357-042, and there's a 14 at the end. Now, on the inside of the box, because it's black and gloss, typically we don't get a stamp, but we do have a sticker. So we have a QC sticker, and it reads 24-1. Now, I want to pull these out with the paper just to make sure there's nothing on the inside of the box, and there isn't anything on the inside of the box. The great thing, and for a $250 shoe, it better be sturdy. That is a sturdy box, man. So kudos to Nike for making a very good box, as opposed to the red Nike sportswear boxes, which are not very sturdy. The paper here has the stopwatch all over with the Nike swoosh. And I'm going to put that back inside. And I'm going to pull the shoes out so we can move towards our close-up. But I'm going to sit those up. And as you see, there's no paper in these right now. These are not the sturdiest shoes in the world. Marathon shoes are really built to break down after maybe 200 miles. You're not supposed to be wearing these for, 10 months. If you run every day and you run a considerable amount of mileage every day, that's not what this shoe is for. This is a marathon shoe. Now, the plate that's in here, when you see the angle of this design, that's where the carbon fiber plate is underfoot. On a lot of Nike shoes that you buy, what you'll find is that you can pull the shoe insert out. The shoe insert out does not come out of this shoe. The material is a ripstop, but this material actually has a different name. Oh gosh, and I can't remember what it is. I'll put it in the description when I'm talking. But the Nike Vaporfly, when I move this up closer, you'll be able to see what it looks like up close. Obviously, if I move it up close, that was dumb. But let's get to first things first, which is the size tag. Didn't have a production date or a stamp on the inside, but the production date here is 07/17/19 to 09/2019. The small code at the top is QD, and that's made in China. What I didn't notice is that there is a small Chinese symbol here, and I'm not sure what that is either. There's so much that I'm not certain about on this shoe. I would recommend you do take the time to go to some of the websites of guys that actually run a lot, who have done reviews of this shoe. This is really just the idea of making sure you get a chance to see it and then I put it on this channel. So let's get on to the close-up, man, because a lot of the stuff in the technical aspects, you want me to hit a heavy bag, I'll hit a heavy bag. I don't run the way I used to, so it's not for me to tell you every aspect of this. You definitely should be going to like I think his name is Jamison. He's a very good guy to, you know, go and check out the website or the YouTube for his videos. But let's do the close-up, man, and knock this one out. I just realized the shoes are 2 different colors. And this one actually has the paper on the inside of it. And this thing extends over the toe box. I didn't even notice it. Well, yeah, obviously it would, because a lot of the times when people run marathons, their toenails fall off. Yeah. All right, so I didn't even realize these were 2 different colors. So we're right up on the shoe, and you can see that one shoe is orange, and I don't think this is a ripstop material. It may be, because it is waterproof. This is waterproof, so it may be a ripstop type material. But as you can see up through the front of the shoe and around, I start turning it to the side for you. Here you get a better profile of the shoe because it actually has a shoe insert on the inside of it. And the swoosh on this side is more of a copperish kind of orange. But you see the ZoomX. I'm going to flip this way so you can see this information. See if I can get that in focus. And it's hard to get it in focus, man. I got to do a better job of that, of course. But let's get ready to keep these together and give you the full 360 of the shoe and wrap this up. And there you see the opposite color. And once again, the shoe is waterproof. Now, why is that? When you're running in a marathon, people pass you a cup of water. You drink it, and then typically you'll watch a marathoner. They'll pour the water down their face. That runs down your body, and it runs onto the shoes. You don't want your socks, or even if you're not wearing socks, you don't want the shoe to get wet because it can cause irritations. The inside of the shoe, make sure you get a quick look at that and wrap it up. I'll see you guys on the next one.